Hi, this video is going to show you how to use a ring sling. I'm using a gathered shoulder. It doesn't really matter what shoulder you have, they all work in the same way. So I'm going to take my rings, pop them on my shoulder. I like to have baby sitting on my left hip, so the rings are going on my right shoulder. If you want the baby sitting on your right hip, they go on the other shoulder. I'm going to take my tail of my ring sling behind me and gather it up in this hand. Eve, just leave him, he's fine. And then the fabric's going through both of these rings. Just make sure the fabric's not twisted. Then I'm going to separate out the two rings. And the fabric's going over the first one and under the second one, so that it's going between the two rings. Then I'm just going to take a second just to make sure my fabric's not twisted, so that when I put baby in and I'm adjusting the rails, it's easy to know which rail I'm adjusting. Okay, so you can see this top rail here is going to tighten this bit, and the bottom rail here is going to tighten this underneath bit. And then to loosen, just pull up on the ring, pull down on the fabric. I like to have this pocket as tight as I can before I put baby in, so that I don't have to do too much adjusting once I pop him in. Just making sure I'm not twisted up here. And then I'm going to start with the rings almost on the top of my shoulder, because when you put baby in and pull down, the rings will move when you pull the fabric. So almost on top of my shoulder. Pocket nice and tight. I'm going to go and get my baby. Ennis is 7 months, so when he goes in, he's sitting on my hip. If you have a newborn or a smaller baby, you can have them sitting on your front, but because he's bigger and nosier, he sits on my hip. So I'm going to reach through this pocket, take both his feet right through and pull the fabric up his back. I'm going to pull this bottom rail underneath his bum and just lean him, give him a little bounce, so that I'm pulling this fabric up to his belly button to make a nice seat. You can see he's sitting nicely in this end position. His knees are higher than his bottom. I'm going to pull the fabric right up. You can tuck arms in or out, depending on what bit baby likes arms out at the moment. And when he's in, I can then start adjusting. So I'm going to start with my top rail, working my way all the way through each rail and pulling across my body rather than away from me. And then lastly, I'm just going to pull this fabric over my shoulder. And that's it, how to use a ring sling. And when you want to get baby out, all you do is pull up on this outside ring to loosen it off. And that's it.